Good morning, friends. How are you? It is Ceylin. I am out on my morning walk and wanted to stop for a couple minutes and show you this gorgeous, beautiful day here at Juno Beach, Florida. So truly lucky to live in this area, and it is completely beautiful. So you guys saw my title this morning, and hey, and I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about being shy and introverted, and that's who I was. As a kid, it was so absolutely insane, and I know many of you don't believe that today. I have people probably every day that say to me, Selena, I'm shy or I'm introverted. I could never do that, right? And it could be like anything that we're talking about. Because really, I talk to women every single day. My goal is to inspire women to want more and while empowering them to get more. And so, really honestly, I talk to women all day, every day about their dreams, about their goals, about their secret dreams, and really kind of say, how can you make this happen? And so many times being shy is something that comes up. I could never do that. I'm too shy. I could never do that. I'm introverted. Well, guess what, guys? Everyone might have a time in their life where they feel a little intimidated, about something. So here's a little backstory on me. Now, you guys, I stopped. I'm not... You guys know that when I come on live, I'm authentic 100%, right? So I'm sitting here in the sun. I've been walking for 57 minutes and I am sweating. So you always get the real me, right? So, and I know that's hard for a lot of people to be the real you. But you have to be the real you and embrace who you are as a person. But you also have to realize what your strengths and what your challenges are. And if you want something and one of your challenges is holding you back, then you have to figure out ways to get over it. So here's 3 tips on how I get over my shyness. Now, I was so shy as a child. My mom said I wouldn't even talk to my uncle. Like, I was scared of all men. Wouldn't even talk to them. I was so super shy. She said in the 2nd grade, I would come home crying every single day that I had no friends. And I think a lot of it was just that I was so super shy. I was really afraid to talk to people. I had a couple of good friends in grammar school. But really, I was not a super, outgoing person. So people who see me today just don't believe, where I've come from. But I did a couple things in my life. The big turning point for me was right in the 7th, 8th grade. I got ridiculously embarrassed at a dance, right? A school dance. How many people have been to a school dance and someone has embarrassed them, or you've been the person embarrassing someone else? That had to do with dancing with a boy, yada, yada, yada. But I was so upset. I cried and cried and cried. And really, the thing that I looked back the next day on that got me even more upset than being embarrassed was the fact that I let someone else control my emotions and my response. So my first tip for you is mindset. And, here's the thing. I want you today, starting right now, I want you to stop saying, I could never do that because I'm too shy, I'm too this, I'm too that. You need to stop it. I listened to a webinar last year and the girl said, whenever you say something like that, so I could never do that, I'm too shy, you're going to add on until now, right? So I could never do that, I'm too shy, and then add on until now, right? So mindset is such a huge thing. And I really realized this in the 7th, 8th grade. I had this mindset shift. It was honestly like I took a switch and flipped it on. And I said to myself, I am never going to let someone else control my feelings or emotions and make me feel the way that I did last night at that dance when I was so upset because I was so embarrassed and I was crying, right? So mindset is huge. So I want you never, starting today, to really work on any time that you say, I could never do whatever, I'm too shy, I'm too this, I'm too that. Stop it. Stop it. And honestly, I want you to tell the people closest to you what your new goal is. Okay, so stopping those, negative comments internally and externally, whether you're saying them to yourself in your head or whether you're saying them out loud, and have people call you out on it, right? Because that's huge. So when my boyfriend calls me out on something, at first I'm kind of like, don't tell me what to do. But the next point, I'm like, you know what? Like, thanks. I appreciate that because yes, I was being negative about something and I appreciate you calling me out on that. So that is my first tip, mindset. You have to do something to improve your mindset. So maybe you take that girl's advice and add on until now, or maybe you tell the people close to you that you no longer, anytime you say something negative about you're too shy, you're too introverted, I could never do that they call you out on it, or in your head, you just catch yourself and say, no, stop that because that's not what I am. Okay, so that's tip number 1, mindset, okay? The second tip is I want you to surround yourself with people who are confident. Now, this is a tricky one, right? They say we become the 5 closest people that we surround ourselves with. So if you surround yourself with people who are negative, guess what? You're going to start acting negative. It is so true. It happens. It's super, frustrating. But, if I want you to think about that. Think about the 5 people that you surround yourself with and how that affects you and your personality. So I want you to find people that are confident. Now, not egotistical, not, crazy and mean and all those things, but people that are confident. I was at a meeting this week and we were talking about when you're at an event and when you see, the shyer people at the outside of the room, be the amazing woman that walks up to them and is like, hey, my name's Salen, how are you? And bring them into the conversation. Be an amazing steward and take, those shy people. So when you surround yourself with confident people, you're going to pick up those traits and they're going to boost you up. Now, confident, not cocky and mean and those different kinds of things, okay? There's a big difference in that. So I really realized that in high school, one of the friends that I friended sophomore, junior year was this confident girl who I thought was just super cool. And she really taught me, how to get out of my shell, how to do things that really kind of challenged myself. We used to go when we got older to, be high school, college. We used to go out to the club and she would always want to be the girl dancing on the stage and those different kinds of things. Those are things that I would never, ever do. But she helped me come out of my shell. She pushed me. And it wasn't like we had a conversation about it, but I basically was just mimicking her, right? So when you surround yourself with confident people, you're automatically going to start mimicking their behavior and become more confident yourself. Now, remember I said not cocky, arrogant, mean people. There's a big difference between confident and positive and cocky and arrogant and kind of like snarky, right? We all know that as women. I bet you right now you can name someone in your circle that is confident that you think that you would want to go to an event with. Like, hey, if I go to the event with this girl, I know that'll be great because she knows so many people. She'll take me under her wing and she'll introduce me to people, right? Okay, so that's number 2. Surround yourself with confident people. Get rid of the negative nannies in your life and the people who support that I can't mentality. Okay, so number 3 is a little bit of a challenge, but I want you to accept the next 3 invitations that come your way. So maybe it's an opportunity for something at work. Like maybe people are going out for drinks and you usually are like, oh no, I don't want to go. Maybe you go to a gym and they're going out to get like coffee afterwards. And maybe you don't go afterwards or whatever. Maybe, an invitation comes through email some way and you say, oh my God, like no one else is going. I really want to go, but I could never go by myself. So I want you to accept the next 3 invitations that you get and really just kind of step out of your box. So here's the thing that I really had to do. So when I started my franchise, the franchise home office comes out about 90 days after opening, and they look at your numbers and they're like, how much marketing have you been doing? How much of this, how much of that, whatever. And so they said to me, how many marketing, visits are you doing out in the community? And I was like, the goal was 8 a day. And I definitely was not doing 8 a day, you guys, because I was so nervous to go talk to people. So even, at the age of 26, even though I flipped that switch in the 7th, 8th grade, at 26, 27 years old, I was still so nervous to go bang on a door and say, hey, how are you? Let's be, friends and talk about business. But every day they kind of laid down, Salen, if you want to be successful, this is what you need to do. 8 a day, 40 a week. And I was like, okay, I want to be successful, right? So I would literally get in my car. I would go to whatever, place I was going to. I never had an appointment, right? It was always a cold call. And I would literally look at myself in the rearview mirror and I would be like, okay, Salen, you can do this. You are smart. You are nice. People like you. You look good today. Go over maybe a couple of points about, what I know maybe about the place. And then I would say, okay, go do it. And I would literally get out of the car, go in and, do it. And guys, I stumbled through so many of them, probably my whole first year. Stumbled, right? And the thing about it is I was authentic. People like real people. So, sometimes I would screw up people's names or I wouldn't get the type of facility I was at right. Maybe I was at a nursing home and I thought I was at an assisted living or this or that or whatever. But you know what? I was authentic. I was committed to being successful and I did it. And you know what? Once I built those relationships and built some confidence, it got easier and easier and easier. So today, starting a 3rd business, I still I'm going to an event on Friday and yes, I'll know some people there, but it's going to be a large crowd and I'm going to have to be like, okay, let's go. Let's do this. So that is number 3 of what the kind of challenges. I want you to accept the next 3 invites that come across your desk, email, whatever, and get the name and phone number or, text or social media connection or whatever from one person at each event. That's the caveat. You can't just go to the event and stand against the wall. You have to meet someone you don't know, connect with them, and then just say, hey, I've had a really great time chatting with you. I'd love to get together sometime for coffee or a drink or something. Let's connect, right? And that's as simple as it is. So you could say, are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Is, text better? What works better for you? And then once you connect, congratulate yourself, celebrate. So those are my 3 tips today, and I really think they go on mind, body, and soul. So 1 was mindset, that's your mind, right? 2 was surrounding yourself with confident people. You guys, that is so important for your soul when you surround yourself with confident people. And then 3, right? Body, getting out there, go to an event, meet some people, put yourself out there. And I promise you guys, if you practice this every single day in small ways, the next time you're at Starbucks, smile at someone and say hi. The next time you're out shopping and, you're next to someone at a rack, be like, oh my God, that is so super cute. Like, talk to people. I promise you, if you practice this every single day in your life, you're going to do the same thing that I did, that you are going to get out of your shy, introverted box, and you are going to be able to do anything you want in this life. So I just want to thank all of you. Just looking at some comments here this morning. Confident and positive, Carter says yes. Let's see. Carter loves this. Thank you so much, Carter. Terry says, I never thought of this, but you're so right. Thanks for this reminder, Salen. Thanks so much, Terry. Cold calling is the worst, Carter says. It really can be the worst, but if you just think like, I'm going into a building, or I'm going to an event, or I'm going to talk to someone on the phone and they're going to be my new friend, it really kind of takes that mindset of, I'm talking to someone I don't know, and you're like, oh great, like who can I meet today? It really, really changes your mind, because you guys, I have met some of the most amazing dynamic women from, just surrounding myself with different opportunities and, taking advantage of them. Terry's replying to Carter. Yes, love it. I'm so glad we met, Terry. Yes, I can't wait till you're here so we can walk together too on this beautiful beach. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I am going to turn around the camera one more time. There's a lady on the beach. She looks like she's meditating, but I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds of just beautiful sun and beach this morning. I want you to really embrace this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area that we're in. Terry says a toxic environment brings toxicity in our lives. Surround yourself with positive people and you stay positive. Exactly. You guys, look at this beautiful sailboat out for a wonderful boat ride this morning. So surround yourself, surround your mind, go do something different this week. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'm going to finish my walk. Have a great day, guys. Bye.